All right, guys, welcome to Fantasy Football Astrology channel once again. We're back at it, baby. It's Thursday morning. We got to scrub that Thursday night game. We got Cincinnati and we got Cleveland, and we want to know the ins and outs of Thursday night because that's what we do. You know, if we can make a move tonight before those players get locked, before they have a big week, big breakout week, it's always an interesting strategy. So I always go over these Thursday night games with a fine-tooth comb and make sure I'm not going to miss out on a kind of an obvious player who's going to break out. Joe Burrow is available in my league. He's probably available in your league. He's got a ton of weapons. He actually looked really good in week one. Despite the numbers, you got to be encouraged by a quarterback who can score with his legs. And so those are always kind of my favorite quarterbacks to have, is the guys, you know, because you get those extra points there, a couple 20 yards, 40 yards a week, and that adds a lot to the overall score for those quarterbacks. So I'm really encouraged by Joe Burrow. He's got great astrology with his receivers. AJ Green, both fire signs. Joe Burrow's a Sagittarius. He's got a Capricorn in T. Higgins. He's got another Sagittarius and John Ross. And I think Tyler Boyd's a Scorpio. Maybe not as great there. But so things to consider there. I don't recommend doing it unless you're really sure about it, or else you have a really droppable player. You want to probably save your moves for Sunday morning, just to be sure that you're really locked for the majority of the action. But now that we got that out of the way, the title of the video, what I really want to talk about right now, I don't hear anybody talking about this, is the Washington defense. I just picked up the Washington defense off the waivers, and I would encourage anybody to do so right now. They're not getting a lot of credit. They're the number one DST right now. It's only been 1 week, but you got to realize this Washington D-line just ate the Philadelphia Eagles for lunch. The Philadelphia Eagles. Why is nobody talking? Oh, maybe it's just a fluke, week one. The Philadelphia Eagles have the best offensive line in football, basically, arguably. And so you can probably get Washington right now if you can. They're going up against Arizona, so everybody's like, I'm not going to pick Washington up for Arizona. That's a tough matchup. Well, guess who they have next week? They got Cleveland. Ooh, baby, that's a good matchup. And if they do good this week, you're going to be fighting on the waivers to try to get them, right? So Washington's a really good pick. I have Steelers defense, but I'm picking up Washington anyway because, if you have a second DST who's running hot, Washington reminds me of San Francisco from last year. They get the number 2 pick, and they pick up the best defensive end anybody's ever seen. And they already have a really good D-line to begin with, and they just start eating, man. So why is nobody talking about Washington? I'm watching all the Matthew Berrys of the world, the ESPN guys, all the experts. No one's like they're mentioning it, but they're like, oh, everyone's just still kind of really cold and really cool, and so this train's already starting to heat up if we're paying attention. And it reminds me of the Denver defense way back when Denver went to the Super Bowl, and everybody was kind of cold on them for a long time. And it's like, what are we doing here? They've got tons of playmakers. And so I love it, even though I have 2 DSTs and I've got not a lot of bench space, I love having 2 really good DSTs, because then when I want to make a trade, I like to sweeten the pot. I'll find a team that doesn't have a good DST, and I'll just sweeten the pot. I'll give kind of, that's how you favor yourself to scoop up another player. So a little more strategy for you guys there. Hope you guys dig it, and thanks for watching.